All right, all right. Good evening, Chicago Cubs fans. It is AJ, your average fan here. We got quite a bit to talk about for the Cubs here. They win in LA, take the series. We are previewing the Padres series, and we got Justin Steele to talk about and some of the ramifications there. In my last stream, apparently I did not have my headphones connected, so it was going through my webcam. So I apologize about that audio, but we got it fixed. So we will head off with the Justin Steele news first. Uh, Justin Steele hit the IL. It happened after his last start. He said that he was feeling something in his elbow, and they didn't know if it was just because of the cold weather. They didn't know if it was something to do with what he was dealing with the last couple of years. So he pushed through that start, got two more scoreless innings. Next day goes on the IL. Well, today at 3:40, Jeff Passan tweets out that the Chicago Cubs left-hander Justin Steele will undergo reconstructive elbow surgery and miss the remainder of 2025. It is unclear yet whether it is full Tommy John or a primary repair, but his season is over regardless. Awful news for the Cubs, who has started off great. Yeah, this news definitely sucks. Your top guy in the rotation, a guy who's really good at home. His road splits aren't that terrible. You know, to have your ace go down like this, I think number one, I think this is going to really force Jed's hand now because, he wasn't really that aggressive with helping out the rotation at all. They went for the bullpen depth. They have a guy in Colin Ray who was a starter, but his primary job is the bullpen with the Cubs. So he's got to get stretched out. He did pitch tonight, pitched very well, I might add. But this Cubs deal with Justin Steele has a lot of ramifications. This could affect any contract extension that he can get. This can affect, the rotation as a whole for the rest of 2025. This really stings because you had the opportunity to go get guys like Sandy Alcantara. You could have signed Lance Lynn. You could have signed a group of people, and you just chose not to. This is really going to hurt now. I'm missing out on top tier guys in that Justin Steele conversation, and I don't think that this looks good for Jed Hoyer because he did nothing to go and help. This was a previous problem with Justin Steele, and now he is gone for the remainder of 2025. So again, we don't know if it is a full Tommy John or if it is a primary repair, but that does end his 2025 season. A devastating blow to the Cubs. But, you have guys like Ray, you have guys like Horton, you have a couple more guys down in AAA. So, I mean, you can fill the role, at least do a bridge the gap type of deal until you can either sign somebody who's still unsigned, or you can make a trade for somebody that actually can affect the rotation going, 6, 7, 8 innings per game. You really just need an innings eater because you cannot afford to have a bullpen day once every 5 days. You just cannot do that. I don't think that will be beneficial. So we'll see how the Cubs play it. At least for now, I have full faith in Craig Counsell and how he'll work this. I think that he'll probably split time between Ray and maybe a Cade Horton call up. That would probably be my guess. So, I mean, there are options there, and I do have faith in Craig Counsell, especially with the way that he rebuilt his staff in the offseason. So, yeah, I think that Craig Counsell will do his part. It is now on Jed Hoyer to go get somebody to help fill the role of Justin Steele. So we will see how that goes. But with the Justin Steele news, we have some very big news in the fact that the Cubs take 2 out of 3 against San Diego. They win 4-2 in a bullpen day game. Absolutely fantastic work out of everybody that chipped away at it today. On the back of PCA, might I add. PCA, 2 home runs and a triple. PCA absolutely had it going on for him today. I was waiting for a PCA breakout game. Today was that day. It was absolutely phenomenal. We'll go through the whole batting order here. Ian Happ 0 for 5 with a K. Kyle Tucker 1 for 4. He scored a run. Turner 0 for 3 with a walk. Workman straight zeros as a pinch hitter. Michael Bush 2 for 4 scored a run with an RBI. He hits a solo home run. Yeah, Michael Bush definitely loves playing against the Los Angeles Dodgers. He every time he plays against them, kindly reminds them that it was a very bad decision to let him go. Uh, Michael Bush, another home run, fantastic work. Dansby Swanson 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Nico Horner 1 for 4. He got an RBI with a strikeout. Pete Crow Armstrong 3 for 4, 2 home runs, a triple, 2 RBIs, and a strikeout. Like I said, we were looking for that breakout game from PCA. Today was that day. Phenomenal work. Carson Kelly took a pitch off of his wrist, took him out of the game early, but he got a walk in today. Amaya took over his spot, even though he was already in the game as DH. So Amaya slid over to catcher. He went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Shaw 1 for 4 with 3 Ks. So total today, we have 34 at bats, 4 runs on 8 hits, 4 RBIs, 2 walks. So that's the thing. You did this all today without taking walks. We've been talking all year long about how the Cubs are taking their walks, and these walks are leading to runs. Phenomenal work. Today you got your runs on the long ball. Like I said, behind Michael Bush and Pete Crow Armstrong's 2 home runs. You really relied on that long ball today. But nonetheless, uh, you got a crucial win and a crucial series win because I was hoping that the Cubs would go 3 for 3. I predicted them at going 4 for 2, and that 4 for 2 is looking actually pretty realistic now in you guys wrapping up this series against LA. Um, so if we look at the pitchers on the pitching side of things, again, excellent work for a bullpen day. Ray went 3 and 2/3. He allowed 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Brings his ERA down to 1.0 flat. Excellent work out of Ray. I really don't understand why he got taken out in that last third of the inning there. I would have liked to have just seen him finish, with the nice round 4 inning mark. But not a big deal. Keller came in, win an inning and a third. He allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and a strikeout. That helps bring down his ERA to a 2.84. Thielbar went a third of an inning. He allowed a hit, a run, and that puts his ERA at a 6.35 on the season. Roberts 2/3 of an inning, straight zeros. Excellent work out of him. Merriweather went in an inning, allowed a walk, got a strikeout, so that brings his ERA down to 2.84. Good work out of Merriweather today. Porter Hodge doing Porter Hodge things, straight zeros with 2 strikeouts. That brings his ERA back down a little bit to a 2.25. And then Ryan Presley, this was amazing work out of him today. He went the full inning, a strikeout, brings his ERA down to a 3.38. So that is a couple of good outings back to back for Presley. You love to see that. So if you look at the totals today, 9 innings pitched, 7 hits. They allow 2 runs, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts as a whole today for the team. Excellent, excellent work. If we look at the summary here, we'll look at the scoring. We'll break down when all the scoring happened in the bottom of the second. Enrique Hernandez singles on a sharp line drive. Will Smith scores, so that puts the Dodgers up 1-0. In the top of the third, PCA comes right back with that solo home run right off of the foul pole. That ties the game. Michael Bush then homers in the top of the sixth to put the Cubs up 2-1. In the bottom of the sixth, Max Muncy lines out on a sacrifice fly. Conforto scored, so that tied the game back up. And then PCA homers in the seventh to put them up 3-2. And then in the top of the eighth, Nico Horner scores, or singles on a line drive, and Kyle Tucker scores. Gage Workman moved over to third. That put the Cubs up 4-2, which is how the game ended. If we're gonna go ahead and look at, if we're gonna go ahead and just break down this series as a whole, the Cubs lose 0-3 on that Friday game. Um, you know, just not the greatest stuff out of Um, Not the greatest stuff out of, let me see, who pitched that game? Uh, Boyd. He actually pitched actually really well. His stuff was actually a lot better than I actually just stated. He looked really well. It was just a one hanging breaking ball that hung up in the zone too far, and a 3-run home run is what got him. So that was the only time that anyone scored in that game. 0-3, Dodgers win. We come and look at Saturday. Yeah, the Cubs just absolute hit parade. Everybody was getting hits. They scored a whole bunch of runs. That was 16-0. The offense just doing what they do. They get to the bullpen and then they just started piling on the runs. Everybody was getting a hit. It was like an Oprah Winfrey show out there. I mean, you get a hit, you get a hit. Everybody got a hit. It was great work. And then again today, just a hard fought game. The Cubs go up early, Dodgers tie it. They go back up, the Dodgers tie it, and then they fight one more time. This is now the third game where the Cubs the offense has untied a game three or more times to win the ball game, and to do it against the Dodgers at home, absolute fantastic work out of the offense, man. I mean, in the bullpen as well. In that 16-0 shutout, I mean, I figured once we got to the bullpen, we'd probably let them get, 3, 4 runs in there. Nobody gave up a run at all. And then again today, another quality outing from Ryan Presley, which is really good to see because now you need to lean on your bullpen more than ever with Steele being out while you try to figure out who's going to come in to take his spot, whichever way you go about it. You're probably going to have a couple of bullpen days, which it's fortunate that it's happening now because you have an off day coming on Thursday. Then you have an off day that following Monday, a 2-game series against the Dodgers, and then another day off on that Thursday. So there is some scheduling blessings in there that you could work with to figure out what you're going to do with the whole Justin Steele situation in the bullpen. But again, for the bullpen to shut out the Dodgers like that yesterday, and then to not allow any runs tonight and hold them to two, really satisfactory work out of the bullpen. I have no complaints whatsoever. So if we move along here, we will now preview the San Diego Padres series. We have Tyone going up against Dylan Cease for San Diego. Cease is 1-1 with a 7.98 ERA. Tyone 1-1 with a 6.08 ERA. I think that this is going to be a really, really tough matchup for both teams. Tyone has been a little rocky in the beginning. It appears that Dylan Cease has also been a little rocky in the beginning. So it's going to be a whichever offense could get to the pitchers first in this game, I feel like. I think that that's how that's probably going to go down. But a very winnable game. Tyone did have a very solid outing in his last two outings. So we're going to look for him to kind of piggyback on that. And I think that tomorrow's game is going to be fairly interesting. It should be a close game. We'll keep an eye on the bullpen, especially for tomorrow's game. See how the bullpen does, since quite a bit of people got some work in today. We look at Tuesday. It'll be Imanaga versus Vasquez, and both of them off again to really, really good starts. Imanaga 2-1 with a 2.70 ERA. With that cold weather in Wrigley right after Justin Steele, Imanaga done got. That'll happen occasionally. But Imanaga been off to a fantastic start. Same with Vasquez here, 1-1 with a 1.72 ERA. This could also probably be a pitcher's duel type of day. This game also could very much be a whichever team gets to the pitchers first type of a day. What I'm looking for, I think this whole series is going to hinge on how Tyone's start goes tomorrow. If Tyone could help the bullpen, I have a strong feeling that Imanaga will. So that will only help Boyd. And Boyd is no slouch at that either. Both Boyd and Pivetta sitting at 159 ERA. Pivetta 2-1. Boyd is 1-1. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups all of a sudden. So, I think that this Padres series could be very, very good. The Padres came in 7-0 in the Wrigley, and we handed them their first two losses. The Padres, just like the Dodgers, are very, very good at home. So I think that this series, I think that the Cubs offense just has to keep doing what they're doing. Just take their walks, score with men in scoring position, score with two outs here and there. If the Cubs offense just keeps playing the way that they're playing, and you allow your starters to go deep into the game and help that bullpen, that's just going to be the difference maker here, I think, for the Cubs in this series. Very much like the Dodgers series, if you could save your bullpen, it'll help you tremendously. So as long as your starters could go 6 plus in each of these 3 games, I think that the Cubs offense has a very solid, chance here because the last time that we played against San Diego at Petco, we went 2-3 there the last time we were there early in the season. So I like the Cubs odds. And then after that, Friday you roll into Arizona, or Arizona comes home. I apologize. The Cubs return home for that series. So we will see what happens with San Diego. Those are also late games, I believe. Let me just see here. Yeah, yeah. 8:40, 8:40, and 3:10. So I assume that my post-game reaction videos will be the next morning. Those will probably be like we did earlier in the season when we played in Arizona. I will do those post games when I'm on break at work. So you will see those videos go up at roughly 8 o'clock in the morning or so. But ladies and gentlemen, you let me know down in the comments below. What do you feel about this Cubs team? How do you feel about the Justin Steele situation? That is really a stinger, but the offense has been showing that they just won't stop fighting. Whether it's a low scoring game or an extremely high scoring game for our offense, they just don't stop fighting. And I think today was an excellent, excellent show of that. Again, they untied the game 3 separate times to go ahead and win this one out. The bullpen, they're starting to turn things around a little bit. A couple of guys have had 2 to 3 strong outings in a row now. So the bullpen is starting to turn around a little bit. Hopefully they can continue on their uptick. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is on to San Diego. Once again, the Cubs beat the Dodgers in LA 4-2, take 2 out of 3 in a huge series against the Dodgers early in the season. The Cubs offense staying strong and they keep on rolling. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you after the Padres games. You guys have a good night and you guys have a good week, and we will catch you later.